First, do you have any evidence that the mentioned persons, agents, the first respondent? Anyway,
Yes, my lord.
where is that evidence?
As is contained in the affidavit, it was said at all drawn out and now sampled there and attached to this petition.
Please take us there to the evidence attached to those affidavits that these names are agents. Because you already explained to us what constitutes an agent and how they are appointed. We are looking for evidence that the first respondent had agents by the names of Birige Musa and Nalukoola Rita. The evidence within, because I've not seen any. The parameters, as per your answer, for who qualifies their name, the candidate. Probably there's an area I've not read in the petition.
My lord, in the attachment to my petition, there's a petition for patrol loan out,
Petition for
patrol loan out, and non-sample.
is not a petition. This matter.
There is an affidavit for patrol loan out and non-sample children.
Page number
1246, that's for patrol loan out.
You take the
And
evidence.
then non-sample Jane is 1250.
Yeah, let's start with the first one. Show us the evidence that they were agents. This is the first one. The first one is Chibirige Musa. No, the first one is
In
maybe you want to take us to Kato Ronald.
yes, patrol loan out is on page 1246.
Is there an
and
attachment?
1247.
Where is the
And on
attachment?
paragraph 7,
Beyond the paragraph. The
it
attachment.
says that Chibirige Musa, paragraph 6 and 7, he mentions, actually 5, 6, and 7, he mentions to an 8
That's his evidence.
to
We are
this,
not
to
yet.
his
We are not
affidavit
yet.
regarding that first
We are
one.
not yet evaluating his evidence. Your evidence that there was such an agent of the first respondent by the names of Chibirige Musa and Nalukoola Rita. Is it there?
My lord, this is contained in the affidavit for patrol loan out on page 1246 and 1247.
I want the appointing is from.
for which one, which agents?
Chibirige Musa and Nalukoola Rita. She states these are agents.
So you want the appointment letter?
She has said there's an attachment.
You have the letter.
I have, my lord, I have said that all the evidence to this effect in paragraph 16.3 of my affidavit is to do with
What you are told.
page 1246 and 1247 of the affidavit of Counsel Ronald, as mentioned clearly that I was informed by Counsel Ronald and Nancy again, and I attached the evidence.
That attachment is all I want.
It is in this petition, is in
The
this affidavit.
Where is it? The evidence attached.
Oh.
As stated. For Chibirike Musa and Namakoza Rita as agents. Is it there?
It is in the affidavit
Oh,
of
in the
Counsel
statement.
Ronald on paragraph from 5 to
The statement. Those statements have an attachment. Next. Because I take your words, there is an attachment. Is there such an attachment to those paragraphs?
I meant that my petition is supported by Counsel Ronald's affidavit, which I have attached.
Confirm that you only have statements, but not attachments. Clear. Only statements by your witness, but no attachment of evidence. Those paragraphs. In the case of it.
This is the evidence.
You
in
know
this
that an
affidavit.
attachment. You know what an attachment is. You wrote it. There's an attachment. You know what an attachment is.
No, I meant that the affidavit for Counsel Ronald is attached to my
Then
petition.
confirm that there's no attachment of such evidence to that document. You can't because there's none. My Lord, beyond that, do you have evidence or proof that Chibirike and Nabakoza campaign you as Nambi? Any proof of campaigning at that polling station?
My Lord, as I've put it clearly, page 014 of my petition is that 16.3, I say that I'm informed by Counsel Ronald and Nansamba Jane, and the evidence I attach is the affidavit of these said persons.
Okay, you depended on the information in that affidavit, on the statements. In your entire, on the statements you depended on, are there any photographs in any of those affidavits? That's what I mean attachments. Any? Did you submit any photographs or any such attachments to any of your witnesses?
No, my Lord.
Your statement, you do not have any photographs.
Apart from the photographs clearly attached on page 1285.
So on some, it is your statement.
And 1287.
So it is your statement that on some evidence you depend solely on information, and others you have attachments. I want you to understand what I mean.
Yes, ma'am.
And that in the ones of Kato, there is no such evidence proving campaigning at a polling station.
Yes, ma'am.
No photographs, no voice messages.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Besides this information, again, did they report? You have that report. Did they have a report to you? Probably it's the basis. You have such a report from your agents, your purported agents. Only that. Because you stated you did not have earlier on that you do not have a record on the counted votes, blah, blah, but you have on the case, other offenses. You have such evidence? Yes. By way of report. Is it there or not?
My lord,
A report to you or to whoever?
I have stated in the petition 16.3 that I was informed by Counsel
And that's the basis.
and attached the evidence
Attached. When you say attached,
and put the affidavits of those said persons
what the
attached to
statement
my
is.
petition.
Okay, so there's no report to you. Is there any? A report, written report by your agent to you, is there any? Yes or no? A written report detailing what happened. Is there any such an issue? Or you don't know?
No, my lord.
Is there any such report to the NRM?
To the
NRM, you reported to be under NRM somewhere.
I
Is
am
there,
under-
is there such a report to the NRM?
my lord,
The evidence attached.
no evidence attached.
Is
but
there-
report
is
by
there-
NRA.
You know your man. Is there any such report to the Electoral Commission?
Regarding this particular case.
Yes, about that is in electoral offences. Let's not trivial. Don't trivial. It's not trivial. And just one mention of an offence can overturn the will of the people of Kawem. That's why let's not trivialize it. Is there any such report to the Electoral Commission? You know what a report is now.
Yes,
And
my
you,
lord.
I take it you have had lunch. Is there any such report? Simple. Yes or no? To the Electoral Commission that we know of. About that incident,
What is attached here is the affidavit of the
you have
that
in
is
a report. You know what a report is, okay? You know what a report is.
My lord, I want to state that I have the affidavits.
Did you
attached
go to school?
my
Did you go to school now?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever obtained a report?
My lord, I beg not to answer that.
So there is none. Do you know where Honorable Nalukoola was on that day? Respect to this evidence.
I do not know
You don't know.
where he was. My lord.
So, do you have any evidence there that these were his agents as asked earlier?
My lord,
You don't.
as stated in this particular paragraph, I have evidence in these affidavits of the said persons, Katoro.
Okay, out of that evidence, since you insist, is there evidence in that affidavit that the Honorable Nalukoola knew about what was pertaining to this incident, that he had the knowledge?
My lord,
Where?
I can.
That he had the knowledge about what these people, about what are his agents, that he knew what they were doing.
My lord, I've presented
Where Kato
this
says
evidence to the best of my knowledge
your knowledge.
of what I was informed by these.
Okay, does Kato state anywhere that evidence that Nalukoola knew about this incident? Does it state on the face of it anywhere?
In paragraph 7,
read it. That Nalukoola had that knowledge. Maybe let me read for you.
In paragraph 6, 1247, Pato Ronald states, while at the polling center, the said Chibirige Musa held the poster of the first respondent, and I had invited voters to vote for the first respondent if they want Kawempe to devolve. Followed by the 7th paragraph, I know that Chibirige Musa is a supporter of National Unity Platform political party and the first respondent, and he was his active campaigner.
Okay. Not to guide you better.
Despite, in paragraph 8, they said, despite my protestation and complaint, the second respondent's officials did not prohibit Chibirige Musa from holding up the poster for the first respondent at the polling center.
Okay, to put you in proper perspective, read 16, where you derive this. Paragraph 16, what you state, then it will probably assist you. 16, what do you state?
I state that the first respondents personally, or his agents or campaigners with
All
his
his
knowledge,
agents and campaigners.
and campaigners with his knowledge
Okay, with his knowledge.
consent
You can first
or
stop there.
approval.
First stop there, with his knowledge. Where is it in that affidavit? Saying that he knew that someone was somewhere holding his poster. In that. Is it there or it is not?
Where somebody was holding the poster.
That the first respondent knew or had this knowledge, as stated by you in 16, with his knowledge, that at that particular polling station, someone was holding his poster. This is your statement with his knowledge. Personally, this is your statement. Is it there or it is not? Is it not? In that affidavit or yours, is it there or not?
What I've read is what is.
Is it there? Yes or no? Do you know how to read?
Not personally,
Okay.
but is affiliated
Not personally.
to the National
Not-
Unity Platform in his knowledge as
So-
Patorona.
There is no evidence that he personally knew. Right? Secondly, you proceed. His knowledge, proceed with the paragraph 16. 16, you stopped at knowledge. The first
Campaigners.
respondent personally and all his agents and campaigners with his knowledge, campaigners with his knowledge, even if you are the campaigners with his knowledge, proceed.
And consent or approval campaign in the
Consent.
following
Consent and
campaign
approval.
in the following places on election
Consent
day.
and approval. You have such evidence that the first respondent consented to whatever was taking place. That he consented to someone holding his poster or someone's drawing.
My
Is it
lord,
right?
in the affidavit of Nansamba Jane.
Do you know what
and
consent
Kato,
is?
Kato Ronald. Beg your pardon.
Do you know what
Kato Ronald.
consent is?
These people are
I'm
attributed,
not blind.
these people in the affidavit
Yes.
are mentioned to be active campaigners to the first respondent, and I have attached the affidavit to this court. Your Honor.
Well, not to take you far, just show me where an issue of consent and approval, even if it's genuine, because you're trying to take you far. So consent and approval, like this is what constitutes consent and approval.
My lord, it is mentioned in this affidavit, page 1247, that this said Chibirige Musa is an active campaigner for the first respondent. On paragraph 7, and also to say that one statutory complaint to the second respondent's officials at the
Evidence.
electoral area.
Okay.
Still, the poster remained up.
So where is the evidence of this being a campaign?
This is the extent of the evidence that is here, and it's before court.
Anyway, precisely, show a court where Nalukoola, Honorable Nalukoola is involved in all this. His knowledge, his consent is approved. That is all we want. Where is he involved? Where is he culpable? Where is he a perpetrator? Is it
In the
there?
affidavit for Nansamba Jane 1250, paragraph 5, the people Nansamba Jane was quoting to say that they told her by the duo at this Sparks Junior School polling station, Shimirive Musa and Counsel Nalukoola that he should vote for the first respondent, and it's attached as the affidavit for Nansamba.
Where is it that Nalukoola has the knowledge that we are telling her? Where is it? And Nalukoola was even aware that he had the knowledge. Is it there or not?
These are people campaigning for the first respondent according to 1250.
Okay,
Evidence
64.
in this affidavit.
It's the same as it's based on the information stated to you. Paragraph 64. Adjudicatorial kindergarten, paragraph 64. Again, statements from Mulinda Mike, that Damba Kezekia engaged in the first respondent at the polling station campaign for the first respondent. Where is that evidence? That Damba Kezekia. At least that one would be within your reach as a polling agent.
On page 1252,
Yes.
my lord, the evidence is within Mulinda Mike's.
Okay. These are also, again, this is about
And it's
statements
before court.
told by you, told to you by who?
Mulinda
Mulinda
Mike.
Mike. That is where it stops. Well, you're mentioning umbrellas. All umbrellas refer to the Honorable Nalukoola. There's an umbrella, then it is someone is holding it and waving it.
My lord,
That's merely.
You guided earlier that this is evidence now of Mulinda Mike. And the witness is being taken deep
No, she went there.
into that evidence.
My lord, if she goes there, yes. It is in her paragraph 16.4. Yes. That the first respondent, that the campaign for the first respondent by holding and waving the umbrella, the political symbol of the first respondent, and saying to the voters who could vote that vote the umbrella. Yes. Does the umbrella, someone said vote for the umbrella, does it refer to Nalukoola? Honorable Nalukoola.
my lord, in this very paragraph with the attachment of Mulinda Mike, he has vividly explained in this evidence.
Listen.
Listen to the question. You speak yourself. What you are saying.
Let me tell you what I wanted. Is there a photograph of such an umbrella? Does that umbrella relate? Do you have the umbrella, its colors program even did that umbrella? The umbrella is the flat forever. And by having an umbrella, it is not good. Is it in case?
According to the, I can read that it's a politically.
There's an umbrella referred to only.
This evidence was picked in his affidavit that, okay, the umbrella does not equal to Nalukoola per se, but it is, he mentioned.
It does not, the umbrella does not equal.
But he says it's the political.
The umbrella does not equal to you,
For his
who is
part.
on the stand, does not equal to Nalukoola. So is it your statement from your government that all umbrellas refer to a political party?
No,
So read the last word. Vote the umbrella, it is the key. That is your statement.
my lord, in 16.4,
You are saying umbrella is the key.
there's a statement that says that it's a political symbol of the first respondent.
Okay, was the key one of the symbols in this election? I'm mentioning umbrella and the key. Are you aware that the key was one of the symbols? It is the key. Are you aware? Just within your knowledge. Was the umbrella, was the key one of the symbols?
No, my lord.
You are not aware. Do you know the forum for democratic change?
Yes, my lord.
Did it have a candidate in that race?
Yes, my lord.
Is it within your knowledge that the key is a symbol of FDC? You know.
Now,
You know that for a fact.
in this paragraph, my
You know
lord,
just one facts.
Simple. Stop reading.
You're reading into my
Just listen to the question and you answer.
yes, my lord.
yes, you know that.
Ask your question again.
Yes, I do.
She knows that the key is the symbol. So here you are talking about an umbrella and a key. Does the key also refer to Nalukoola, the candidate, going to qualify as a campaign?
Leave the document alone. Just focus on the lawyer. This is the question and answer.
The answers are not by the way it goes. They are from the statements we made. That's why it should
No,
be
this is the question.
Would someone, by alluding to the key, someone talking about the key, would someone vote Honorable Nalukoola? Because the key is one of the symbols on the ballot paper.
No, my lord.
Again, did you report or did you obtain the report yourself on this issue? A report from your agent on this issue. I have the report from. It's not there. Did you receive a report mail from your agents, purported agents? Yes or no?
I received this information.
Did you receive a report? I take you back to whether you went to school. Reports, basic.
No, I didn't
You did not
receive
receive
a
a
report,
report.
but I got informed by my
Upon being told, let's not even go to the fictitious agent, by the way, who has no face affidavit, no ID. Did you, upon receiving that information, report it to the Electoral Commission yourself as candidate? Yes. Did you, upon receiving this statement, did you report the same to the Electoral Commission?
No, my lord, but I came here to seek for treatment.
Do you know how many people, you're mentioning numbers here, who are influenced by those statements, umbrellas? Do you know if any was influenced?
No, my lord.
You do not know how many people were at the polling station during that time, or whether they was any.
No, my lord.
Okay. Even on this, I'll take you back to paragraph 16. You have within your knowledge that the Honorable Nalukoola knew about what was transpiring at this polling station. If you had the knowledge,
No, my lord, but affidavits inform me as such.
you, because the other person is not here, will not even come, you don't have the knowledge. Do you know, or is it anywhere in the evidence that he consented and or approved what was happening at that polling station? To the umbrellas being waved or keys?
Yes, my lord, according to the affidavits I've just read for Nansamba and also for Counsel.
And it is indicated there, your information, that he knew, he approved, he consented.
The affidavits indicate that they are campaigners for peace.
To answer your own question, maybe I leave you to come here.
No.
Yes. Is it their statement plainly, or an inference like you're trying to derive that he had knowledge somehow, probably he was around, that he consented what was happening and approved? You have such information?
No, my lord.
Paragraph 18. Okay, let's start with 17, which leads to this. I state that on election day, the first respondents, agents and campaigners with his knowledge and consent or approval obstructing voters from voting at the election. Did you campaign in did you hold campaigns in that election? You know.
Yes, my lord.
And what was the purpose of your campaign?
My lord, to solicit for support.
Yeah, so that people vote for you.
Yes, my lord.
Did the first respondent also campaign in this election?
Yes, my lord.
And do you know the purpose for which he campaigned?
The same to solicit for support.
So it is your case that a person who campaigns would solicit for people to vote for him, but not to obstruct. Because you're looking
Yes,
for
my lord.
voters. Okay. So it is false under paragraph 17, political statement, the obstructed voters. Because it contradicts the answer. And the intention. Well, paragraph 18. Paragraph 18, I am informed by Babili Sherina. Are you there?
Yes, my lord.
Chikamai Eli and Nasanga Deborah. And Nasanga Deborah, which information we believe that the respondent's agents, again in this paragraph, reflect things like that a little bit. That the first respondent's agents and campaigners, Kenya Boni, Honorable Balimwezo, etc. You have evidence that the named persons are agents of the first respondent. You have been there. Now you know a yes or no. You know what qualifies. You have such evidence. Yes, that they are agents. We've gone through this. Let's see first. Apart from we have those on record. Someone told you what is the evidence. You told us what an agent is, what your agent would be. Is there such that was told to you?
Yes, my lord.
You have such
Barili
evidence.
Sherina.
You have such evidence. Them being agents, the first respondent. Then you can.
Agents and campaigners.
Okay. You have evidence that they are campaigners.
Within the
But you are
affidavit
affiliated.
at 1256 for Sherina. Barili.
Was Sherina? Is Sherina an NRM? Is it possible that Sherina is an NRM supporter?
It could be possible.
Is
my
it
lord.
possible that Sherina was your voter?
Yes, my lord.
Is it true that your supporter would want you to win at all costs?
Yes, my lord.
So besides the evidence of your supporter who wanted you to win, what is the evidence that you have that they were agents of the first respondent or campaigners? You have it? Yes.
The evidence is what I have to say.
Besides those statements of your supporter, any other support you have? Document, photographs, because that's where I did volunteer that someone is an agent.
No, my lord.
It is your statement in paragraph 18 that people like Nasanga Deborah, registered voter, was obstructed from voting.
Yes, my lord.
What was the basis of this information that actually Nasanga did not vote? You are not here. The basis that actually Nasanga did not vote. Because that is the one you pick out of the unknown.
I attached a certified copy of the fact that she's a voter. Okay, in that.
Ring F. Ring F. It's here. Ring. You are an extra F. You are looking for evidence. And that is evidence that Nasanga was obstructed and that Nasanga did not vote. We can assist. So, what is on that page? Tell us the content of that page. Within detail, we are back.
It is a certified copy of the voter's roll.
Okay? It's a voter's roll.
For the polling station. For Nasanga.
Okay, so where is, I'm looking for where that voters register. What was Nasanga ticked?
No, my lord.
Was anyone on that roll ticked that you have?
No, my lord.
None. So is it the case that all those people were obstructed and they did not vote? The purpose of this evidence.
No, my lord, but this is the voter's
Okay.
roll, the articles.
Now you're taking us to the voter's roll. What is the purpose of the voter's roll in the voting exercise?
To ascertain that she's a voter.
After ascertaining, because that is not in this field. You're not saying she's not a voter. It's due to this evidence of yours. Anyway, be precise. Does it show whether she voted or she didn't?
No, my lord.
Doesn't show. So that register does not show anywhere that Nasanga was obstructed. That attachment.
No, my lord.
Okay. Again, under this paragraph, whatever happened, again I'll be precise, within your statement under paragraph 16, can you confirm that nothing here shows that all this was within the knowledge, personal knowledge of the first respondent?
Yes, my lord, according to the evidence of this report.
Just tell us, we are here, that's why you're there. Show us that it was within his knowledge. Probably he was there. That was within his knowledge.
It's within the affidavits I've presented.
That's why you're there. Show us that evidence. Because it's not in this attachment. Is it there? We've been through this. I think it's in your interest. Is that knowledge there? In fact, or even in fact, I said it's not, because you can't find it. Would I be wrong to say it's not there?
The evidence is there. Within the affidavits.
That's why we put here. It was specific, that it shows that he was aware that Ukenya Bone, Onebali Mwezo, Radi Subuga, Serunjo Jedward, Sempija Joseph, Sam Kasiri, Aoma Scovia, and others, that he knew that they were there, that he consented to their being there, and that he approved. Acknowledge, consent, and approve. That there was all this. That we go to the next. Okay, do you know where he was? Was Honorable Nalukoola at this polling station on that day?
My lord, in some
Was he there?
affidavits, he's mentioned of being at Mbongo.
Was he there? Within your knowledge? This
Primary
one.
school.
When these people were there, was he there? Within this is your information. Why know it more than you do? Okay.
No, my lord.
No. In their evidence, they say that these people, while they were there, Nalukoola was also there.
In their evidence, some people
Nalukoola was there.
mentioned having
18.
seen him.
Bamilia Sherina, as he said that Nalukoola was there. It's not there.
No, my lord, in this particular one. But Podium Salim Saleh states
This one. Okay.
16.1
Okay.
said otherwise.
In this one, stating that he knew, probably he was there. That he knew, consented, he approved.
No, my lord.
Okay. Do you know the number of people who are obstructed?
No, my lord.
Are you aware that the Electoral Commission has the powers but Jan, as a participant, that the Electoral Commission has the powers but Jan, or postpone conduct of an election or even counting? Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
What was in the report on your purported agents? What happened? Stopped at obstructing. What happened? Did they report to the Electoral Commission so as to do that?
My lord, most of these offences happened.
Do you,
on
did
election
they,
day,
did they
and afterwards
report?
we came to court.
Was there a report? Because the Electoral Commission is mandated. You are talking of obstruction. Again, I will tell you now, just one offense can overturn the will of the people of Kawempe, probably in your favor or in their disfavor. It is simple. Was there a report? This is a public thing. It's not even
No,
about
my
you.
lord, but we came here
No,
to
no
see
report.
court readings.
So it is your statement that there would be no basis upon which the Electoral Commission will do this. There was no report. There was no report. Not even to police.
My lord, these offences, most of them happened on the day of the election.
Were you there?
As was informed.
Were you
by the
there?
agents. So we later sought court readings.
Were you there? You were not there. Was a report given to you? You say no. Do you know of any report which was given to police? We are talking about obstruction and violence. Was there any report given to police?
I can't answer that.
You do not know.
I didn't.
Paragraph 19. Read your paragraph 19.
I'm informed by Chikamai which information I verified to be true and correct on the day of the election, the first respondents, agents, and campaigners, Julius Mutemi, Matthias,
It is 19. It is knowledge, consent, approval, strategy. Besides correct. Yes, proceed.
I'm informed by Chikamai which information I believe to be true and correct on the day of the election. The first respondents, agents, and campaigners, Julius Muteli, Matthias Wabaga, and Honorable Chiaka Hillary, aka Dr. Hilderman, all belonging to the National Unity Platform political party of the first respondent, obstructed election officers at Kazangola, NAFA to NAMAS at Brussels Road polling station by invading the polling station, ordering electoral officials in what to do and checking voters' registers and votes to confirm voters, even though they were not the designated polling agents for the first respondents for that polling station, among others.
You are not polling agents. They are not designation. You know what designation means?
Yes, my lord.
So, it is your statement that they were not designated agents of the first respondent.
Yes, my lord.
So, am I right to state that they were not the first respondent's agents?
Yes, my
Please
lord.
speak. Okay. Was there any report about what transpired at this polling station? These are grave. Any report of the three? You know now what I was asking. Any report, any? Either to you, even NRM, probably,
Ascertain that
even police, even electoral commission. Does not. So that we rush through. $19. I'm further informed by Senator Lawrence, information I believe to be true and correct, that on election day, David Lewis Gongoya, SG, together with a group of supporters obstructed election officers. Well, was there any report of election officers about this incident? You are speaking for. Was there any such report?
This was informed by the Senator.
Is he an election officer?
He is not an election
Do you have any evidence, names of election officers who are obstructed? Names. And a complaint from them.
No, my lord.
And there's no information as under 19. Nothing here qualifies under 19 that it was with his knowledge, if at all, consent or approval. I'm adding everything now. That obstruction. There's no such information, right?
No, my lord.
Legal practices 20. The rest of the offenses is taken up by my colleagues. I'll go straight to the prayers which relate to what I have been touched. All through, you're talking about non-compliance 22-1, non-compliance, which affected the result. No, okay, in the violence, are you aware? Are you aware that the first respondent was beaten up? Are you aware that I raised this? Are you aware that he was beaten up during this election exercise? You're saying election process. Are you aware? The Honorable Nalukoola was beaten up. From nomination date, are you aware? Nomination date that the Honorable Nalukoola was beaten up.
Yes, my lord.
Were you also beaten up?
No, my lord.
Are you aware that he was beaten up by military men? Okay, people in
My
military.
lord. My lord, the security of elections is in the hands of the Electoral Commission.
Did you hear about it? Everything you heard, you heard. At least did you hear that it was the military that beat up the Honorable Nalukoola?
My lord, I object to that line of questioning. There is no such thing in anywhere in the affidavit, or even prayers that Mr. Muiz is now referring to in the affidavit of the witness. She's not referred to that anywhere.
My Lord, this is part of the violence, and she has already been put on record that she knows he was beaten. Beating is violence, and she talks about the entire election. And I rest my case. Yes. Are you aware? The knowledge. I'll finish with that. The military men.
My lord,
No security. Okay, you want to prefer the security.
the security rested with the responsibility of the second respondent.
Are you aware that the beating was by any security? Aware. Knowledge, because it's various.
Yes,
Okay. Do you know the head of security in this country? Just if you know. The head of security.
yes, my lord.
Is it EC? Because you refer to it.
My lord, I referred to the fact that the electoral commission
Is,
had those certificates.
is the EC the head of security in this country?
No, my lord.
Is it true that the commander-in-chief is the head of security in this country?
Yes, my lord.
Is the commander-in-chief the chairman of your sponsoring party, the National Resistance Movement?
Yes, my lord.
Were you beaten?
Answered.
And Nalukoola was beaten.
Yes.
And confirm that Nalukoola, even in that won this election, and this was declared as winner. Can you confirm that?
Yes, my
I'm obliged. I rest my segment, and my colleague will go on this contract legal practices. I'm obliged. My Lord, thank you.
I vote for the record, Alex. Done that. Hajat, I'll be very brief with you. I take it that you've been in Kawempe for some time. Hajat, are you aware that between 2005, when multi-party democracy was introduced, to 2025 today, Kawempe North has been represented in Parliament?
Yes.
Can you also confirm that you are a member of the National Resistance Movement?
Yes, my
So between 2005 to 2025, that is 20 years, has the National Resistance Movement had a member of Parliament representing the people of Kawempe North in the Parliament?
No, my
So you are going to become the first one?
Yes.
Okay. So, Madam Nambi, is it true that you canvassed for votes in Kawempe North?
Yes.
And is it also true that the people of Kawempe North voted Mr. Nalukoola as their member of Parliament?
Without the votation stations.
No, is it true that they voted him as their member of Parliament?
Declared him. Yes,
So, who is currently representing Kawempe North? Who is your MP in Parliament?
Honorable Nalukoola.
But please quite be loud.
Honorable Nalukoola.
Honorable Nalukoola is your MP. So we will go to paragraph 20. You have affidavit. You have affidavit in support of the petition. So you're saying that you state that before and on election day, the first respondents, agents, and campaigners, with his knowledge, consent, or approval, committed the illegal practice of bribery.
Yes, my lord.
So can you confirm to this honorable court that in this statement of yours, there is nowhere where Nalukoola, the first respondent, committed any act of bribery, personally? Just want us to have that out of the way. What is the answer?
No, my lord.
No. So there is nowhere. Indeed. Madam Nambi, which part of Kawempe does Maumbe George William reside?
Chiganda. Kawempe.
Chiganda where? Kawempe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you know Maumbe George William personally?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Kenya birth certificate.
No. I had it right. So when did you last meet Maumbe George William? This year?
This morning. Your Honor.
This morning. We move to paragraph 20.3 of your affidavit. You say that your father informed by Maumbe George William, which information you believe to be true and correct, that on election day between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. under a jackfruit tree next to a shrine. You have a shrine in Kawempe?
My lord, that's what the paragraph is saying.
I just wanted at a shrine at a woman's place near a parking yard known as Zion in Chiganda Zone, LC1. So before I continue, I want to confirm from you. Were you personally at this place between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. on the election day?
No, my lord.
So just to confirm that whatever you stated here is what you were told.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. That Ben Intale Mukasa, a councillor at Kawempe Division, belonging to the National Inter-Platform Political Party of the first respondent, gave him 5,000 shillings to vote for the first respondent and refrained from voting for me. Maumbe George William is a registered voter at Clinton Junior School, and you refer us to some annexure H. Could we go there with you?
It's page 1116.
So page 1116. can you show court where Maumbe George William is?
So on page 1116.
Yes.
9. Annex H.
So page 1116, I am there with you. So by looking at the same, are you able to tell us or tell court whether Maumbe voted or he did not vote?
No, my lord.
So by also looking at this evidence that you brought before court, are we able to tell who he voted for and who he refrained from voting?
No, my lord.
Thank you, Madam Nambi. Madam Nambi, are you able to tell this honorable court whether Maumbe George William voted in this election? The answer is not there.
Yes, my lord.
So did he vote or did he not vote?
He voted, my lord.
Did you see Maumbe George William voting? And where did you see him voting from?
My lord, again, in this affidavit, he mentions that he was brought to court and he attended the voting exercise.
Being told to vote is another thing. But my question was, you said he voted, and my question was simply a follow-up question. Could you be in position to tell this honorable court where he voted from, and if you saw him voting?
My lord, I did not see him voting, but according to his affidavit, he voted from Clayton Williams to Fred to M.
Yeah, where he votes from is fine. I also want to take you to that actual 20.3. You talk about Ben in Kasa. That he purportedly gave a 5,000 shilling bribe to Maumbe.
Yes, my lord.
So is it your evidence that he was an agent of the first respondent?
No, my lord.
So Ben Kasa was not an agent of the first respondent. Okay. Madam Hajat Nambi, do we have any evidence on record that these allegations of bribery that allegedly occurred as early as 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. were reported to the Electoral Commission on that voting day. Because the law allows you immediately to cite an offense being committed.
No, my lord, but we came before court.
I don't know.
Yes, my lord.
Is it also true that Maumbe George Williams swore an affidavit in support of your petition in this matter before court?
Yes, my lord.
So are you present, you, Honorable Nambi, were you present when the said Maumbe George Williams was swearing the said affidavit?
Yes, my lord.
Where were you?
We were at the Electoral Commission offices, my lord.
You were at the Electoral
NRM Electoral.
Commission offices.
I beg your pardon.
Submit was very well.
NRM. My lord, it's NRM Electoral Commission.
Okay. And where are the NRM Electoral Commission offices situated?
Nakasero, my lord, close
Nakasero, Lot 13. And that is where Maumbe swore this affidavit from.
Yes,
Did he sign it?
yes.
So let's go to that affidavit. Show it, God, tell us where it is.
Connect subscribing to the channel.
$12.76, my lord. $12.76, my lord, on the petitioner's bundle. Yes, my lord, that's the page. So, are we there with you?
Yes.
So look at that affidavit and tell court on which date did you and Maumbe make that affidavit? Could you read the date to court? Which date and which month did you make that affidavit with Maumbe?
There is no date.
So there is no date on which you made that affidavit.
My Lord, the witness is not the one who made it. It's Maumbe.
She was present.
Yeah, but she's not the one who made it. Maybe it is different from being around.
Madam Hajat Nambi, do you have another affidavit for Maumbe that he made for you? Because I'm referring to your documents. I'm not importing anything, and I'm simply asking you to read what you have in your documents. So that's not mine. Which month? Could you tell court? Which month did your witness who saw these briberies before that affidavit? In which month? You could read it to court.
It's not detailed.
A date is not a month. Which month?
Before now.
So we confirm that this affidavit that was made at your NRM offices of plot 13, how many of you were there? Did you have your lawyer and yourself? You all did. Fine. I also want to know from you, what are you looking for? Hey, my friend. So Hajat Nambi, I want you to also confirm to court. Is Maumbe illiterate in the English language? That Maumbe you know and you met.
It's semi-literate, my lord.
Pardon?
He's semi-literate, my lord.
Semi. Sometimes it chooses to be literate, others not. Okay. Hajat Nambi. Maumbe, George William, swore an affidavit in this court. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Another affidavit. You are aware of that?
My Lord, I object to that line. Clearly. Because, my Lord, first we are going if they of Maumbe. Second, Maumbe is a witness who will be here for the petitioner and for the respondent for cross-examination. So the things that Mr. Uganda are asking are clearly for the witness who will be here, both for us and for them. Ask him whether he Maumbe made that affidavit, and thirdly, my Lord, the line where it's going down, okay, is his affidavit, which is not yet ready for cross-examination. That issue will come on Thursday when they present him to us, that second affidavit. Because the court has ordered you to present on Thursday. He is one of them that the court has ordered him, so he will be cross-examined on his evidence. Because now you're taking Nambi into so many things that.
My lord, even my witness was flowing very well, and she had not even, because this cross-examination.
I complain on her behalf.
My lord, I need protection, and this is one of the witnesses that are problematic. So it is important, because we're not going to have Nambi again.
Okay, so because of the unique situation of Maumbe, let's answer the question.
My friend Ajat.
Yes, my lord.
Maumbe swore an affidavit in this court, a second affidavit, trying to create another impression. Are you aware of that?
I'm not fully aware of that.
Your lawyers even try to object to the same. You are not aware even when you instructed your lawyers to object to the same. Okay, I will refer you to the affidavit of Maumbe. Your lawyer will ask you with a copy. My lord, that affidavit is on the first respondent's answer to the petition. It's not numbered, unfortunately, but it is the third last affidavit towards the end. Yes, Hajat Nambi.
Yes.
That is Maumbe George William. In the copy you have which date and month and year is this affidavit made. Yeah. Quite below such that these
On
things.
the 22nd of April, 2025.
Okay. At least this one we know when it was made. Okay. Now Hajat, and in this affidavit, Mr. Maumbe did he sign that particular?
Yes,
Sign.
yes,
And you say that when he was signing your first set of affidavits, you were present. Is that so? When you were signing the first affidavit,
Yes, ma'am.
but the undated, one which we don't know, we also don't know which date and month. You were present at this.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, one confirmed to court. Did Mr. Maumbe show you his national identity card?
My lord, no. I really object to that. Because when the person who took the oath is not Farida, when Maumbe is signing this affidavit, he's signing it in the presence of a commissioner, not Farida. So if there is an ID that he showed it to any person, it must have been the commissioner. Secondly, my lord, my colleague has asked Farida to own a signature of Maumbe on another affidavit. He's asking him if he knows his sign. How can she own that affidavit? When the witness will come. That's not correct, my lord.
So if we have the commissioner over here, he's one of the witnesses.
Yes.
My lord, we have a set of questions for the commissioner. Honorable Nambi said she was present. And I'm asking about things she saw when she was present. And I don't know why my colleague is not allowing the witness to answer. What are these she saw?
No, my lord, these questions are not to Farida. Farida did not take that oath. Farida cannot own signatures of another witness. I strongly object to that, my lord.
I think you restrict yourself to matters within the witness's knowledge.
Also, like, I just know that these questions were so hard for the lawyer more than the witness. I'm restricting myself, my lord. Madam Nan,
Yes, my lord.
you said that Maumbe was a registered voter. You told me some time back when I was asking you at the beginning.
yes, my lord.
So minus the register.
Clinton Junior School.
minus the register, because I don't think you had that one at the time you were looking for your witnesses. What proved it to you that Maumbe was a registered voter? The basis of your statement.
My lord, is the proof of annexed in Annex A and the voter's roll. Yes. Is a voter
In fact, when I was still teaching, yeah, I would say, apart from the overzeal for power, which other reasons led to the downfall of Napoleon? So my question has been, apart from the voters register, because you're answering that one, and I want you to fail, I don't want my students to fail. Apart from the voters register, which was not there at the time you were soliciting for this, what evidence did you get from Maumbe to confirm that he is a registered voter and he indeed voted at that polling station? In this sense, I'm asking for what are the qualifications of a voter. Because when a voter goes to vote, each voter carries a voter's register.
They carry a voter's slip, my lord.
They carry a voter's slip. So where is Maumbe's voter's slip?
The witness will
Most obliged, my lord. Hajat, most obliged, my lord. Hajat, I will still go to the 23. You still talk about Maumbe and is the source of your knowledge. And this Maumbe depend on affidavit. And I just want to confirm again before I ask my next question, such that I don't have to be pushing you to another box. Did you see Maumbe sign that affidavit when you were at NRA?
My lord, I was present.
Did you see him sign? That was my question.
No, my lord.
So you did not see Maumbe sign? So, Maumbe, in his affidavit of 22nd, which is April, which at least has a month, he says he never signed an affidavit for you. And it's good you've confirmed that you never saw him sign. So between Maumbe, who is in court, has signed an affidavit, it's dated, it has a month, at least it has all the body parts of an affidavit. And you, who has testified that you did not see him sign, who should court believe on the aspect of whether he signed or not?
My lord, we are producing Maumbe before the court is proceeding.
Now he will come. I'm not asking who should we believe? Between you, who did not see him sign, and him who saw himself sign, and at least says, I've never signed that one.
My lord, Maumbe will answer.
Thank you. Finally, before I leave that, I just want to get what you are seeing, and I leave that. Open the signature page of your first affidavit for Maumbe. Open the signature page of your first affidavit from Maumbe, the undated, the month, and also open the signature page of the dated and month second affidavit.
You don't necessarily go and find
My Lord, it's page 1277.
1277, and you have the other also? You are seeing both?
Yes, my Lord.
So, I don't want to give you a lot of work. My question is going to be a very simple one. From what you are seeing before you, are the signatures on both of those affidavits visibly the same?
No, my Lord.
Let's go to the next paragraph. Paragraph 20.4. Paragraph 24, you say you were informed by Wanjala Solomon, which information you believe to be true, at Pentecostal Church Polling Center in Chiganda Zone, at the veranda of the church, Ben Kasantale. This Ben Kasantale, whom you already told us is not an agent of the first respondent, belonging to the National Unity Platform, gave 5,000 shillings to Wamukubira Geoffrey, a registered voter at Pentecostal Church Polling Station, to lead him to vote for the first respondent and refrain from voting for me meaning you. I also just want you to confirm to court that this is what you are told and you are not personally present at this place.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes, this is hearsay. Okay. Farida,
Yes, my
is
Lord.
Wanjala Solomon known to you?
Yes, my Lord.
So are you able to tell between Wanjala and you, who of you joined the NRM first?
I can't answer that, my Lord.
Okay. So what is his role in NRM?
He's a member, my Lord, of this one.
So you're confirming to court that Wanjala is a member of your party, NRM? Was Wanjala your campaigner in this election?
I can't ascertain that.
Pardon?
I can't ascertain that, my Lord.
Okay. So was Wanjala your agent in this election?
Yes, my Lord.
So court should take it that Honorable Nambi, you appointed your NRM member Wanjala Solomon to be your agent when you're not even sure whether he's your supporter or not.
No, my Lord.
No, meaning what now?
Meaning that these people were verified by the NRM Electoral Commission.
So it's NRM for you did. They were not your agents, they were NRM's agents.
They were my agents, my lord, verified by the NRM Electoral Commission.
Okay. So do you personally know Benny Talem Kasa?
No, my lord.
And how many polling stations did you have in Kawepe North?
197.
197 polling stations. Did you as a candidate know what was happening at each of these 197 polling stations on the polling day?
No, my lord.
So, Madam Nambi, would you expect the first respondent, Mr. Nalukoola, who was a candidate like you, to know what is happening at each of these 197 polling stations on the election day in real time?
No, my lord.
No, my lord. Apart from the routine and generic response to in that statement of my witness and my agent, do you have any evidence that Mr. Honorable Nalukoola had knowledge that at 8:30 a.m. at Pentecostal Church Polling Center in Chiganda Zone, a one Ben Mukasantale, whom we have already said was not his agent, was purportedly giving away 5,000 shillings to somebody to vote? You have evidence that he had that knowledge, that at 8:30 a.m. at Pentecostal in Chiganda Zone, someone was doing that at that particular time. Apart from the magic word you discovered in referring us to the statements, apart from those, because I know you want papers there.
No, my lord.
Final as I leave that particular one, because it's an essential ingredient. You have any evidence, apart from the statements you are referring to, that the first respondent Nalukoola consented to and approved the giving out of 5,000 by somebody whom you have said was not his agent at 8:30 a.m. on 13th of March 2025 at Pentecostal Church Polling Station in Chiganda Zone, Kawepe North?
My lord? No, my lord.
Oh, my Lord. You talked about this person being a member of NUP.
Yes, my lord.
I want to ask you, is it true that you are the official government candidate, NRM candidate in this election? Is it true that you are the official NRM government candidate in this election?
My lord, there was no government candidate in this election. For all candidates we had, we have political parties on choice.
Most of them. What is the government in power? What is the government in power? Is my rephrased question. What is the government in power? You know, there are times when we must uplift these governments of ours. This is the time. Is NUP in power?
No, my lord.
Is UPC in power?
No, my lord.
Nambi, what's the government in power?
The government in power is led by people under the national resistance.
Yeah, I want you to say that loud. Hey, yeah, then you must be proud. So, you as a candidate who are sponsored by the NRM, the government in power, are you responsible? Were you responsible for the excesses of the government agencies in that election?
No, my lord.
So you are not responsible for the excesses of your government in power. Now let's go to your friend Nalukoola. Is he your friend? That's the right one.
Yes, my lord.
Or is your friend? That's very good. So your friend, Honorable Elias Nalukoola, is he responsible for the excesses of the errant members of his party that are done without his knowledge and approval? Just like you are not responsible for your document excesses.
No, my lord.
No. Before I leave you on that, on the 19th of March, 2025, on the 19th of March 2025, I watched you on NTV. And you were expressing disappointment.
My lord is my learned colleague. You get this from the bar.
Okay, Mr.
No. Let him reserve his views. He doesn't have an affidavit here.
I know that I was thinking aloud as I come to the question. Because Hajat, what's the blind my lord? Hajat. After the election, did you appear and give interviews to the media, TV and others about this election?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. And is it true that in one of those interviews you castigated the excesses of the military and security, the beating of journalists, beating of people, as having been responsible for your dismal performance in the election? You are under oath. Just for reminder.
My lord, I beg not to answer.
So you beg not to answer, you don't want to annoy them again, or you don't have an answer. Because did it happen? Anyway, did the military, the security, did they beat up journalists and other people in the process of this election?
Yes, ma'am.
They did. And what was your comment on that? As a leader, what was your comment on that?
My lord, the security excesses were regrettable by me.
Did they increase your votes? So people are beaten, remind them that they have to vote you. Did they increase your vote?
My lord, that cannot increase my votes.
Or to decrease them? So at least you are aware of the reason that this increased your votes, and now you are taking on Nalukoola. Finally, Did your agents at Pentecostal polling station, the one we are referring to in 20.4, did they make any reports to the Electoral Commission, any formal reports to the Electoral Commission about this alleged bribery at 8:30?
My Lord, this offense will happen on the election day, after which we sought the redress report.
Yeah, coming to court is a post-mortem. That one we know. We are here to discover what caused the death, the political death of Nambi in Kawen. But on that day, the law places an obligation on you. Those guidelines that you are given by EC, which you didn't read and concentrated on the NRM guidelines, provide you with a forum that you make a report of any instance that happens. Before coming to court, that is the first place you're supposed to. So did you as a candidate receive any report, official report from your agents about these allegations that you belatedly, in the form of accountability, bring to court? At that time
No,
of the voting
my
day.
Lord, but
No, sir.
me and the NRM party leadership, we decided to come to court.
So on that day, no.
On the election day, no, my Lord.
So we also want to confirm, as I take leave, that even to the Electoral Commission, you did not make any complaint, formal complaint, before coming to court.
My Lord,
A yes or a no?
no, my Lord, but
Thank you.
But I would like to add this.
Your lawyer will do
Electoral
the math.
Commission is the second respondent. We were actually planning
On the election day, had you sued the Electoral Commission? Was the Electoral Commission a second respondent on the election day, on 13th of March 2025?
My Lord, with all the affidavits we collected,
Now, did you sue the Electoral Commission before it declared the results?
our intention was to come to court with both the second respondents, the first and second respondents.
So, Hajat,
Yes, my Lord.
some of these complaints that you allege, the electoral illegal practices, ABCD, are pre-polling, meaning they happened before the final declaration of results. Yeah?
It happened, most of them happened on the election.
Yeah, before the final declaration of results.
Yes,
Yeah?
they happened on the polling day, on the election.
Before the final declaration of results. I don't know that there's no answer there. You may be reading the wrong answer.
Yes,
That's
my
why
Lord.
you are giving me the wrong answer.
No, yes,
So they happened before results were submitted and ascertained. So is there any offense in your petition that happened after the declaration of results in your petition?
no, my Lord.
No, my Lord. My Lord, I take leave of this.
Bamwita counsel agents ssembayise
You have to read that.
counsel.
My Lord.
Don't you please what
No. Actually, I'm judging to see. Unlike others, sir, I've been briefer and friendly.
Oli ayogera
So, Hajat, I just have a few questions before my colleague will now.
sagenda mu
I want to check with your affidavit,
nze ndabula.
in particular paragraph 20.2. You've already informed the court that
you've already informed court that you were not in all places at the same time of polling day.
Yes, my lord.
Just like your colleague, Honorable Nalukoola, wasn't.
Yes, my lord.
And you also informed court that you're only going to talk about things that you saw, the facts that you saw with your eyes. I did you consider the affidavit? I'm asking, you told court that, just refreshing what you said earlier. I want you to give facts to only the things that you saw or you know, the knowledge.
Yes, my lord.
And you know Chamber Nathan Mwangu.
Yes, my lord.
For how long have you known him?
Since March, my lord.
For about 2-3 months. You've known him since March this year.
Yes, my lord.
You know where he stays?
He's a resident of Uganda in Kalunga.
You're sure about that?
Yes, my lord.
At what time did the chamber vote? What time did he cast his vote? But let me ask you,
My lord, how can the witness know when he is voting?
my lord, the witness is capable and competent to answer. Whenever Mr. Kanda was
Some of
to
these questions, my lord.
the witness is not
know it
complaining.
Just
My lord, in
I
light of the
don't know,
time.
my lord.
And you are not anywhere near Clinton polling station between 11 and midday on polling day.
No, my lord.
So whatever transpired at this place called Zion is only as a result of what Chamber told you.
Yes, my lord.
Do you know Sylvia Natural?
No, my lord.
It's also true, since you don't know Sylvia Natural, that you've never seen him, you've never seen her with the first respondent.
No, my lord.
You don't even know whether she was an agent of the first respondent or not.
No, my lord.
You also don't know whether this alleged 10,000 given to Chamber was given him prior or after he cast his vote. Since you are not there, it's just that I'm trying to save what's time.
Yes, my lord.
And just like for the case of Maumbe, which my colleague was asking, similarly, you didn't make a report of this alleged bribery.
No, my lord.
And since you didn't know Sylvia, you don't know her relationship with the first respondent, you can't tell whether she was even sent by the first respondent or not. It's just natural.
No, my lord.
Is Chamber Mwanguzi Nathan is one of your witnesses, correct? In this petition.
Yes, my lord.
Did you also see him signing the affidavit just like you saw with Maumbe previously?
No, my lord.
So you didn't meet him at the NRMDC offices on the day you met Maumbe? Chamber wasn't there at least that day.
No, my lord.
I have no further questions.
You can.
Yeah.
Ajat Nambi. You know now what I mean. Ajat Nambi, do you know Rita Navakosa?
No, my lord.
Okay, now you go to your affidavit, paragraph 20.1. Do you know Boca Mary?
No, my lord.
Okay. So now, what were you told about the bribing of Chibuka?
My lord, I was informed by Nambi and Margaret that between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. at Sekati Zone, which is in Perere Parish, Councillor Rita Nalukoola from Kawempe Division, belonging to the National Unity Platform political party, of the first respondent gave bread, soap, salt, rice, leaves to Chibuka Mary Diana, who is a registered voter at Bright Sparks Junior School, polling station A to N, to induce her to vote for the first respondent and refrain her from voting.
Do you know if Chibuka voted?
No, my lord.
When did you say this is the date when the bribery happened? 11th March.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Now refer to the affidavit of Nambi. That is the one we informed you. Go to paragraph 3. Go to paragraph 5. What is the number? It's 1, 2, 6, 7. Page 1 to 6, 7. Can you read that? Paragraph 5.
I state that between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the 8th of March at Sekati Zone, Perere Parish, I saw Councillor Nalukoola Rita of Kawempe Division belonging to the National Unity Platform party, of the first respondent giving bread, soap, salt and rice to Chibuka Diana.
Now, Hajat, I want you to, Hajat, I'm using Hajat, tell the truth. Which date should be on? Was the bribery on the 11th or on 8th? Or it happened on both days?
I am not able to answer that.
Why? wanted to ask you, is Chihuka Diana still alive?
I do not know my name.
Did you find out in your process of coming up with this petition? Did you bother to find out whether
No,
Chihuka
my
is?
lord.
You did.
No, my lord.
Okay. So now that you don't know Nalukoola, do you think you're the right person to say that she was an agent of the first respondent?
Yes, my lord.
You can tell that she's an agent.
I can tell that she's a member of the national.
No. You maybe you first answer my question.
No, my
You
lord.
can't tell that. So, I just Nambi. Is every supporter of NRM in this election, was every supporter of NRM your agent?
No, my lord.
Was every supporter of NRM your campaigner?
No, my lord.
So now let's apply that logic to the first respondent. So should every supporter of NUP be an agent of Nalukoola? Going by your logic, that every supporter of NRM cannot be my agent.
No, my lord, but in the affidavit from Nambi, Margaret, she attaches this particular councillor to
This
NUP.
now Kenya is going to come. I will very soon be objected to asking about that. So, can you speak to this court whether now Kenya had the authority or consent of the first respondent to do what she was doing? Do you know?
No, my lord.
Do you know if the first respondent knew about this at real time?
No, my lord.
Don't. Are you aware that the National Unity Platform has more national Unity Platform leaning candidates in this election?
No, my lord.
Don't. Don't for this witness.
My lord, I was asking if there is another lawyer for the first response. I was just.
My lord, the couple of questions you have given the type and exhausted. With your leave and indulgence, I'm going for an adjournment that I can deal with the witness tomorrow at 9. Mine will be 5 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes.
Oli live ku Shalom Television Uganda, sobanyawo ampuliriza kyokola kya kabi kyokola kya ttendo erinnya n'eddoboozi Kawuki Rogers nga bulijjo abamu mpita Dr. Enzaye. Kkooti ewumuddemu eddakiika 10. Kkooti ewumuddemu eddakiika 10. Tugenda kudda, mulamuzi agenda kudda ate bakome batandikire bakomye. Omulamuzi agenda kudda batandikire we bakomye. Ko na mulinka eyo osubscribe to the channel ng'omulamuzi bw'akomawo. Ko na mu kalinki ako osubscribe to the channel. Bannange ndina mwavu mulungi mwana, mumpe ku ssente. mbadde wano bampeereza ka message ka wifi kange kaka kaweddeko. So mumpe ku ssente. No case n'enkya tugenda kubeera wano bakyabuuza kajujuju bw'ebibuuzo. N'enkya tugenda kubeera ffenna wano. Oli live ku Shalom Television Uganda, Dr. Enzyme. Nze mbaweereza Shivan Achan ogambutya dia oyagala Achan sweetheart Achan. Okubuuza bakyali bangi n'abajulizi bonna balina obbabuuza ebibuuzo olunaku lwa nkya. Just tumuddemu eddakiika 10 tutandike we twakomye. Batandikire bakomye. Okay, Junior Neps ogamba otya? Muteekawo mu comment section kati mbabuuzeeko, musindike obubaka mbabuuzeeko mpola mpola eddakiika 10 nga weziggwako. Neera nga mugenda wemukoona mu link awo okusubscribe into the channel, backup channel. Ono bamuyita Aisha agamba nti free Achileo and Eddie Mutwe ko Businji ogamba otya? Shivan Achan ogamba otya? Ambuza have you got lunch? Mwana ze nsuti zetuliko emmere yako ya bbeeyi sigisobola. Tomanyi ne bali Kotya 20 Towers babedeberere be balyayo. Naziwa Lydia ogamba otya? Musindike obubaka amangira mbasomako mpola mpola. Alan J ogamba otya? Ozmedia ogamba otya? So far now which side is on pressure? Okay, tappinga comment section eyo, kona mu comment section eyo, I mean tappinga mu link eyo, subscribing to the channel. Kona mu link eyo subscribing to the channel. No tebagusala leero bakyaguulira. Mulamuzi ajja kuba tubuulira leero wakugusala ne bakyaguulira. Jjukira Nalukoola balina okumubuuza ebibuuzo leero, adde babuuza Nambi ne Nalukoola ne balina okumubuuza. Sema bagenda mubuuza leero oba nkya. Bruno Kalema ogamba otya? Augustine ogamba otya? Is it done for today? Nedda tetunakumaliza, just kooti emuddemu eddakiika 10. Post agent ombuzeeko nnyo ki ekiriwo omusajja gwe? Kooti emuddemu just eddakiika 10. Ko Businji Emi n'agamba Rogers bali kutuweereza gwasinga. Okay, nammwe mwebale kubeera nga mugoberera abasharinga kyemukola kya kabi. Mungoma Augustine ogamba otya? Oli live ku Shalom Television Uganda. Waliwo bakyabanja accountability. If I can ogamba otya? Mukone mu link eyo mugende mu subscribe. Nagambye leero njagala tufune wakiri abantu 10 n'ekyamazima tebannawera. Tufuneko ku channel yaffe empya ba subscribers apya 10 ne temunnawera. Nabagamba ku eyo channel. Twagala tufuneko subscribers ekitono nnyo 10. Engoma agamaliza ku subscribe nga kyakabi. Nga tulinda mulamuzi okudda. Mukoneemu awo mpola mpola mugende mu subscribing ku channel eyo. Wano ayagala kumpa ku data kamala okuweereza ne namba yange. Mwana mumpe ku ssente wallahi ndi mwavu. Nzisitira baga mumpe ku ssente naye mbagaye mba serious biba bya ddala. Saagala ssente zammwe naye mbagaye mumpe ku ssente biba bya ddala muganda wange. Mbayala nga sirinaamu. Kambaterewo 2 Airtel ne MTN. Namba hiyo njisendisa awo kanjipinenge ne wali waggulu. Njipineze nawo waggulu awo. Njipineze waggulu awo baba. Mayiga Birebire ogamba otya? Okay, nga nsoma ku bubaka bwammwe mpola mpola. Hilda Uganda ogamba otya? Ogamba nti oli Bugiri, ab'Obugiri mugamba mutya? Aisha Kizza ogamba otya? Aisha osinziddewa? Robert Agasenga Honorable Nalukoola. Message ate tedduse gye mbadde ndi mu kusoma edduse. Nasifu Kibirige ogamba otya? Goloba ogamba otya? Robert agadde agamba nti singa Honorable Nalukoola ali mu kuteeka lye baagala okuleeta okukolereza abantu okutwala abantu mu kkooti y'amagye naye ali mu bino kituufu. Brian ogamba otya? Who is more favorable? Of course Nalukoola. Isaac ogamba otya? General Pusaga alikiriya nnyo. Alice Nakayenga agamba nti how are you Dr. Enzyme? Nange ndi fine nnyo. Ogamba otya Comrade Alice? Rebecca ogamba otya? Mulakinge video mugisharinge mutaginge bannammwe. Abakyali baffe mwena bangali abali mu WhatsApp group ya Shalom Television Uganda. Mwebale nnyo kyemukola. Zaifa. Okay. Aisha Kizza asinzidde Dubai. Haruna ogamba otya? Olikirya nnyo Honorable Haruna. Olwangambe nti ask Nambi to read akuba gundi adduse. To read the comments. Bajja mubuulira bafaani babaliko ku Shalom. Bajja mubuulira kwangambye abalonzi b'ekkampe bonna bali kuno. Bwambale ogamba otya? Kasente olikiriya Bwambale. Juma Lule ogamba otya? Juma Lule agamba nti abantu b'ekkampe balina okwebeeramu. Oyo omukazi bawangula omusango. Abantu b'Ekawempe baba bawedde. Were Christine ogamba otya? Okay. Melda ogamba otya? Melda Kemigabo Sente olikiriya nnyo. Live Shalom Television Uganda. Sebanyabo ampuliriza. Kyokola kya kabi, kyokola kya ttendo. Yakubeera nga babongako mpola ganena. Mombe ogamba otya? Mombe ligayo Mombe ejja. Kyaka ligayo Mombe ejja. Ogamba otya Mombe? Aisha Kizza ogamba otya? Irene ogamba otya? Agnes ogamba otya? Agnes agamba nti Nambi amusudde mu mbiza Nuupu. Nasifu Kibirige abuuza nti gyebaleko naawe gyebaleko. Eno Shalom Television Uganda. Dr. Enzyme Jones enkuweereza eddakiika 10 ndowooza kusigaddeko eddakiika ndowooza nga 5 omulamuzi akomewo. Okay. Sam ogamba otya? Haruna agamba nti Nambi is old enough. Okay. Mutapinge mu link eyo gye mbasindikira. Mugende mu subscribe to the channel. MK Trust Electronics Limited ogamba otya? MK Trust Electronics Limited kyakabi nnyo. Chatu Jojo Lady ogamba otya? Tukyaliwo Jojo Lady. Akama agamba nti Shakira from Butalejja. Shakira okuva e Butalejja ogamba otya? Abantu b'e Butalejja bagamba batyawo. Kayondo Samuel ogamba otya? Rashid Shaban agamba nti protest vote. Oli live ku Shalom Television Uganda. So banyabo So nyabo ampuliriza kyokola kya kabi kyokola kya ttendo. George Munagomba ugamba otya ava mu Kyagulanyi Task Force kya kabi ne bannakyagulanyi Task Force batumiddeko. Arnold agamba nti nange ndi wano ssebo watching from Mbalala. Arnold okuva Mbalala ugamba otya? Post agent agamba nti oyo Nambi atumalira bumalizi budde. Subscribe to the channel. Okusingira ddala subscribe to the backup channel. Subscribe to the backup channel. Agewaliyo njagala abantu 100 abapya. Mission ya kufuna abantu 100 naye olwaleero twagalayo abantu 100 abapya. Kamala okulaba ku 100 olabe bameka. Hiyo link watana kusubscribe yanko na mu link eyo dduke subscribing. Watana kusubscribe. Mukone mu link eyo ku bantu 100 twetwagala olwaleero tubulayo abantu 40. Tubulayo abantu 40 kona mu link watana kusubscribing. Kona mu link eyo ogende o subscribing. Masibasi Joseph obadde ombuzeeko. Masibasi Joseph waddawa musajja gwe. Sanyuka Caroline ogamba otya? Agnes Sanyuka Caroline Joseph mwasubscribe nze Masitula ogamba otya? Masitula naawe oli kutumeddeko. Dakika 10 zatwalenda wasigazayo nga 3. Musango demu gukwaje. Nohereza Washington ogamba otya? Olaba osinzidde luddawa? Agnes agamba amalwadde okusubscribinga kyakabi. Abatanaba kusubscribinga speed mugende mu subscribing ku backup channel yaffe Shalom Television. Ku channel yaffe empya eya backup. Kalinki nkabasindikidde wano. Kakona embukonyi ojja kutwala direct. Just subscribe okomewa. Mission ya 1000 people. Mission ya 1000 people. Mission ya 1000 people. Ku bantu 1000 betunoonya tubulayo abantu 800. 800 people wabulayo abantu 800. Kati watana kusubscribinga. Be part of those 800 people ababulako. Watana kusubscribinga. Be part of those 800 people ababulako. Amateeka ga kooti tebatukiriza okulaga mulamuzi mwana. Oyinza obutadda waka kasita omutunuzaamu kamera osobola obutadda waka. Omulamuzi tagala si amateeka ga kooti naye buli mulamuzi aba n'amateeka ge olajja kuga nsaba kutunuzaamu kamera. Naye gino emisango gya politics nga gibeeramu bya nopu abalamuzi batera kwagala batunuzaamu kamera. MK Trust Electronics Limited agamba amaze okusubscribinga kyakabi nnyo. Kakeeto Hamed agamba amaze okusubscribinga kyakabi nnyo. Kona mu link eyo gende subscribing omale okomewo. Kona mu link eyo gende subscribing omale okomewo. Haruna ayagala kundetera bizibu nkulabye kati gwe. Haruna abadde manyi oli kyali wange naye toli kyali wange oyagala kundetera bizibu. Musajja gwa Luna. Adde manyi oli kyali wange bulijjo. Onohereza Washington agamaze okusubscribe nga kyakabe. Kyone Bosco ogamba otya? So genda osubscribinge. Tulayo abantu just 8 kamala okulaba katukubula kuba meka. Leka tulayo abantu 793. Tulayo abantu 793. Kabangu Fields ogamba otya? Rush very fast and subscribe to the channel. Adam Semugabi ogamba otya? Abalamuzi munaye buli mulamuzi alina amateeka ge. Ali n'emisango gya Nuupu abalamuzi abo. Gino emisango gya Nuupu abalamuzi tebaagala batonoza mu kamera, simanyi lwaki. N'emisango emirala kibeera fine. Emisango emirala kibeera fine. Musubscribe ku channel yaffe empya. Don't forget. Pius ogamba otya? Heavens Kasese ogamba otya? Yiga agamba nti amaze okusubscribe nga kyakabe. Gertrude Love agamba amaze okusubscribe nga kyakabe. Akama Joy agamba bino revolution tugisobola, bino bya Nope but always. Semugabi Adam agamba otya? Robert agamba amaze okusubscribe nga kyakabe. Michael agamba nti Mukasa Michael musomesa ku St. Kizito Junior School Namugongo ntomeraako. Mukasa Michael ku St. Kizito Junior School ogamba otya? Abayizi bagamba ki? Junior obwo osomesa bugamba ki obwana obwo? Mukasa Michael ku St. Kizito Junior School Namugongo kyakabe nnyo. Talk ogamba nti before I subscribe is your channel for the struggle for the regime. Tokokani kibaita okuwuliza ku poliisi oli mu ansa mwozanyira kale. Tokokan oli mu ansa mwozanyira. Abatukube yano ku Shalom Television Uganda bakimanyi. Bakimanyi. Jesuwa Bobby ogamba otya? Jesuwa Bobby okyaliyo? Nsonyiso kulabako. Tokokani chat with Jojo Lady akwanukudde. Walagambye nti Nambi tokola era Swaibo Miras ogamba otya? Agamba nti ali Djibouti. Miras Swaibo kuva Djibouti ogamba otya? Djibouti abaali awe bagamba batyawo. Tokokani agamba subscribe kyakabe gatanagwera ngo subscribe nga kona mu link eyo gya kusindikira odduke o subscribe nga odduke zamba bannange. Odduka zamba o subscribing to the channel gatanakwera nga o subscribe nga. Adde bambuza Nalukoola wuuyo kamuzuume nga bamulabe omulengera. Just for nti waliwo kwengeri ebiraite waliwo engeri ekizikiza endo zamulengera bulungi ali awo. Tunakubeera nga subscribing to the backup channel. Katulayo abantu 709. Tulayo abantu 709. Kasatweza abantu 1000 abatukiriza okukubirako live. so kitegeeza nti ne bagibba kati naye nga tetunaweza 10 eri tuyinza olemera okuba live.
Yes. tulina okulaba tayitawo nga tetula issue yennyini gye tuba tugendamu. Omusango gwa Counsel Nalukoola mukyagendera ddala maaso. Counsel Moyizi y'omu gw'emitambo, so twagala tuwulire ekikatono nnyo ekigenda mu maaso era omusango guno gunaawangulwa oba kale kituufu. Zakubeera nti abantu bali ku polling station nga balina ebipande, nti bali ku polling station nga boogera people power, nti bali ku polling stations nga bakampeininga, nti abantu abamu balina ebintu bye babawa kubagulirira mu kulonda, kati atandise okulondayo obusongasonga bw'atandise okweyambisa. Naye tulowooza nti ekinajjawo kyeyasooka okwogera ngera kati bwakikatiriza agambye nti kituufu yaliko ku TV, kituufu yakaayana, era kituufu nti nno abantu abaakubwa ne violence byali mu kalokalo. So gye tulaga tulabayo kisooka ekibalo kigaanye, ekibalo nti ne bw'obala percentage turnout y'abantu n'obumuwa bonna mu polling stations 14 ze yaleeta wano, ekyo yennyini yakizzeemu n'agamba ndi abatawangula. So mu kibalo ekyo kiba kimaze okuggwawo, ne bw'aba nga mwabo twaliddemu percentage eyo, twaliddemu n'abafu, twaliddemu n'abatandilonze, twaliddemu n'obululu obwayononeka. Bw'ova ku ekyo ayogera kwonona ebyokulonda, bw'ava mu kwonona ne tamanyi box kizayononebwa, tamanyi bulumeka, tamanyi naani yakireeta. Lwakuba kikakasizza nti amagye gaali involved mu kaluka, nga tukakasizza nti Honorable Nalukoola ne ba members oba abawagizi be baakubwa, era n'atukakasa nti ye teyakubwa n'abawagizi era ku ludda lulala tukakasa nti President Museveni nga commander in chief yakulembera abaakuba abuze katono tuwulira kubanga President Museveni tumubuuza nti ye ssentebe w'ekibiina ekyakuleeta nti ye abuze katono tuwulira nti taata we ye vice chairman ow'ekibiina ekikulembera abaakuba abantu kati toyinza kweyambisa bantu bo abaakuba abantu ogamba nti akalulu kalimu okukuba abantu kasazibwemu nti oyo yakuba abantu oyambise teyakola ate okugjawo victoria oyo gwe baakuba so sirowooza nti kooti enakkiriza ensonga ezo era tulowooza tuli mu kutambula bulungi era bajja kugoba omusango guno tuba tutambudde nga bwe tutambula kakati.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'll take it to the dash sheet. My questions are going to be brief. Answer I want it to be a little bit more audible. If you can't find the answer, one. Is this your first time contesting an election?
No, my lord.
You have contested before?
Yes, my lord.
In which election?
2021 for Kampala Women Day.
You also lost that one?
Yes, my lord.
Now, so I take it that you are more familiar with the declaration and the basis for the declaration. Since this
Yes, my lord.
is not the first time. Now look at the first polling station in the tariffing. That first polling station, what is the name of the polling station? Corner View polling station. What is the total number of registered voters?
1117, my lord. 1117, my lord.
Those are total number of registered voters. What were the results on that polling station?
The total votes cast
For you or for any? For that very polling station?
41 votes for me.
So can you inform this panel court that the basis for the tallying was based on the vote cast, not on the total number of registered voters?
Yes, my lord.
So would you agree with me that actually that would be the basis for the declaration of the winning candidate?
Yes, my lord.
Is it your evidence that indeed the basis for the declaration is not based on the total number of registered voters, but it is based on the votes cast?
Yes, my lord.
Can you also inform this one I quote that is 16,640, the number of total registered voters of the 14 polling stations.
Yes, my lord.
Will it be your evidence that actually that is not the number of total votes cast? Would I be right to say that that is total number of registered voters in the 14 polling stations?
Yes.
Would I also be right to say that actually that is not the number of total votes cast in the 14 polling stations?
Yes, my lord.
Now, you kept on saying when my colleague was asking you your major legal complaint, and your answer was that these ones were not returned. Is this, I want to refresh, is this still your evidence that actually that your major complaint is that the 16,000 so registered voters were not returned, and what is your major complaint?
The 16,640 votes.
Were they cast votes or registered voters?
The 16,640 votes were not returned.
Are they votes or registered voters?
They are the registered voters of those 40 polling.
Now, for my earlier answer, do they return registered voters or they return votes cast? From the example I gave you from corner view, do they return registered voters or they return votes cast?
The returned votes.
Return votes cast. Now, I also want to give you an opportunity into the third sheet. So, in any one polling station where any of your candidates scored 100%, any.
It's not there, my lord.
So it is evidence that actually in this election, no one scored 100%.
Yes, my lord.
Can you still inform this one report that 16,000 so votes, registered voters, would mean that this would be 100% votes cast for those polling stations?
Yes, my lord.
Would I be right to say that actually the major complaint is that if this were returned, the 100% would be your votes? Would I be right?
No, my lord.
So it is not evident that actually this still, even if they are converted to votes, they will not be your votes.
My lord, the 16,640 votes that were not returned.
Are they votes or registered voters? When we go
Votes.
to continue.
The votes that were not returned by electoral commission.
Are they votes? Well, that's what the issue is. Are the 16,000 so? Are they
Yes,
votes?
they are votes,
They are votes.
my lord. They are voters, my lord.
So
They
they
are
want this
voters,
one
my
report
lord.
stating that actually the 16,000 so were votes cast.
No, my lord. They were the total number of voters at those voting.
And it is evident that they translate into 100% of the polling stations
Of the 14.
of the 14. And it is not your evidence that actually if they all voted for you, that wouldn't be your vote because they're 100%.
If they all voted for me, Your Honor, they would be my total vote.
In this, do you think all these 14 votes would have voted for you?
I wouldn't think that, Your Honor.
So your answer
The
is no.
difference between the
No, wait, before the, I don't want the,
respondent.
no, this must go to the difference. You checked and no one voted 100.
Yes, my lord.
So it is impossible that after the 14, which is 100, would not have voted for you. Because it's also evidence that actually in these 14 polling stations, you were popular. Meaning that actually 2 of the polling stations is where you voted from. Would you have gotten 100% of that polling station of yours?
I can't say that.
You are not sure whether you would have gotten 100%. It would be less. Yes or no?
Yes.
It will be less 100%. So if it is less than 100%, it means if the 16, so all cannot be your votes.
Yes.
Do you have any complaint on any other polling station apart from the 14?
No, my God.
So your major complaint is on only the 14.
Yes, my Lord.
Do you know the total number of registered voters in the remaining polling stations? 183 polling stations?